Alright, here we are on lesson 5, day 1, and we're just going to stick with multiplying fractions today, and we'll work on the mixed numbers tomorrow. So, if we look at our steps here, always make sure we check for cross simplifying, and then we multiply across, and we simplify to get our final answer. So if we look here at 7/9 times 3/8, remember cross simplifying means you must go top to bottom. So we cannot simplify anything with the 7 and the 8, but we can simplify the 9 and the 3. We can divide them both by 3, so the 3 becomes a 1, and the 9 becomes a 3. So now we just multiply across, and we end up with 7 times 1, which is 7, over 3 times 8, which is 24, and we cannot simplify that anymore, so that is our final answer. Number 2 here, we have 3/4 times 2/3, so we can do a few cross simplifying here. So the 3's can both cancel to become 1's. And now our 4 and our 2, we can divide them both by 2, so 2 becomes a 1, and the 4 becomes a 2. So now when we multiply all these, we get 1 times 1 is 1, over 2 times 1 is 2. Number 3 here, I have 4/5 times 3/10. So my 4 and my 10, even though I can't divide it by one of those numbers, they're both even, so I can divide them both by 2, so my 4 becomes a 2, and my 10 becomes a 5. And then my 3 and my 5, I cannot do anything else, so I just multiply across, and I get 2 times 3 is 6, over 5 times 5 is 25, so 6/25. Number 4 here, I've got 3 fractions, so there's a few ways you could cross simplify. The first one I see here is my 15 and my 5. I can divide both of those by 5, so I get a 1 and a 3. I can also do 4 and 8. I'm going to do those in purple. I can divide them both by 4, so I get a 1 and a 2. And my last one, couldn't see until the very end, I can do 7 and 14 here. I can divide them both by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 14 divided by 7 is 2. So now if I multiply across, 1 times 1 is 1, times 2 is 2, over 1 times 3 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6. So I have to always check, can I simplify? And I can here. I can divide them both by 2 again, so I end up with 1/3. Okay, so that's where we're going to stop for day 1, just using fractions for now, and then we'll do some more practice in class all together.